Hello students, welcome back. I am Professor Poonam Gharge from College of Agriculture Baramati. In today's lecture, we are going to learn about agronomic principles of deteriorations of crop varieties. In previous lecture, we have studied the definition of seed deterioration, varietal deterioration, various causes of it. In that we have finished with the genetic principles or genetic causes which cause the seed deterioration. So in this lecture we are going to learn about the agronomic causes or agronomic principles of varietal deterioration. So standardized seed production besides genetic principle involve the application of following agronomic principles to preserve good seed quality and abundant seed yield. In that the first agronomical principle is selection of agroclimatic region. So a crop variety to be grown for seed production in an area must be adapted to photoperiod temperature condition prevailing in that area. The crop varieties sensitive to photoperiodism and temperature should be grown in selected localities where this crop could be economically produced. So regions of moderate rainfall and humidity are much more suited for seed production than the regions of high rainfall and humidity. Most crops require a dry, sunny period and moderate temperature for flowering and pollination. Excessive dew and rains causes hindrance in normal pollination which result in poor seed setting. Similarly, too high temperature causes desiccation of pollen resulting in a poor seed set, and therefore it is very essential to do a selection of proper agroclimatic region where that crop is grown. Okay. Then the next one is selection of seed plot. So the plot selected for seed production or raising a seed crop must be free from volunteer plants, weed plants, and have a good soil texture and fertility. The soil of the seed plot should be comparatively free from soil-borne diseases and insect pests. So the soil texture and fertility of plot should be according to the requirement of the seed crop. In the same manner, your seed plot should be free from volunteer plants, weed plants and other crop plants in order to avoid a natural crossing. Then the soil of the seed plot should be comparatively free from soil-borne diseases and insect pests. In the preceding season, the same crop should have not been grown on this land if it is so required by the seed certification standard. And another thing, your seed plot must be leveled one. It should be feasible to isolate the plot as per the requirements of certification standard. Then the third one is isolation of seed crop. The seed crop must be isolated from other nearby field of the same crop and other contaminating crops as per requirement of certification standards. Okay. The isolation of seed crop is usually done by providing distance between seed field and contaminating field. In case of hybrid maize seed production, if the distance isolation is not feasible for any reason, in that case we can adopt time isolation. Okay, so even distance isolation requirement could be reduced in certified maize seed production by planting additional border rows. Then next one is preparation of land. So the land for seed crop must be prepared well A good land preparation helps in improved germination, good stand establishment, and destruction of potential weeds. So it also helps in water management and good uniform irrigation. The next point is selection of variety. So the variety for seed production must be carefully selected, should possess disease resistance, earliness, grain quality, high yielder, and adapted to agroclimatic conditions. So whatever variety you are selecting, it should possess certain characters, as well as the variety is suitable to the particular agroclimatic condition. The next point is seed treatment. So depending upon requirement, the following seed treatment may be given, such as a chemical seed treatment, bacterial inoculation for legumes, or seed treatment for breaking dormancy. So in case of chemical seed treatment, the seed obtained from authorized official agencies are usually treated with chemicals if not already treated. So it may involve certain fungicide. Legume seed inoculation involves inoculation of your seed with different nitrogen fixing bacteria such as rhizobium culture, azotobacter culture, or azospirillum culture. Okay, while seed treatment for breaking dormancy in certain crops which is having a hard seed coat requires treatment to facilitate the seed germination. So in that case, soaking of seed in water having thick seed coat has been practiced in our country, as well as soaking of seed overnight in water before planting, that is also practiced, or drying your seed sometimes, that will also practiced. Okay, the next point is time of planting. So the seed crops should invariably sown at their normal planting time. Depending upon the incidence of diseases, pests, some adjustments could be made if necessary. So at the time of planting, there should be sufficient soil moisture for germination should be present in soil. That time you can effect the planting. The next point is seed rate. So lower the seed rate than usual for raising commercial crop are desirable because they facilitate roguing operation and inspection of seed crop. The next point is method of sowing. So the seed crops should be sown in rows with the exception of thickly sown crops where the sowing could be done by broadcasting. So the most efficient and ideal method of sowing is by mechanical drilling. So this is a effective method of sowing. Okay, because mechanical drilling allows the deposit of seed in the desired amount at a uniform depth. It is of utmost importance to ensure that the seed drills planters are absolutely clean and free from the leftover seed of other crops. The next point is depth of sowing. This is another important principle in ensuring good plant stand. Small seed should usually be planted shallow, but large seed should be planted a little bit deeper in soil. So seeds would emerge from greater depth in sandy soils than in clay soils, and also in warm soil as compared to cold. So in dry soils, seeds should be planted slightly deeper so that they come in contact with moisture. The next point is roguing. So adequate and timely roguing is extremely important in seed production. So roguing in most of the field crop may be done at many of the following stages as per the need of seed crop. So a number of rogging we can carry out in order to keep your seed production field clean and avoid the cross contamination. So rogging is generally done at vegetative or flowering stage, vegetative or pre-flowering stage, flowering stage and maturity stage. So rogging that are conducted at vegetative or a pre-flowering stage in cross-pollinated crop is extremely important to avoid genetic contamination. The plants obviously differing in height, color of vegetation, leaf size, shape and orientation or any other easily distinguishable character such as auricle color, etc. or malformed diseased plant should be removed completely. In many crops, a rogging at early vegetative stage may be necessary to remove virus affected plants also. So at the flowering stage, the undesirable plant which is not distinguishable earlier should be removed soon after the emergence of earhead or tassel in order to avoid genetic contamination. While at a maturity stage, the off-type plants which is not distinguishable earlier are removed, as well as various contaminants which going to affect the physical purity of your seed, that will be removed at this maturity stage. The next point is supplementary pollination. So provision of honeybees in hives in close proximity to the seed field of crops largely cross-pollinated by insect, which ensures good seed setting and thereby increase in the seed yield. So supplementary pollination, if you provide, they will increase seed setting rate and thereby you will get a higher seed production. The next point is weed control. So good weed control is a basic requirement in producing good quality seed. So weeds may cause contamination of the seed crop in the following ways in addition to reduction in yield. So the presence of weed seeds at the time of crop harvest leads to mixing of weed seed with crop seed, and in many instances it is difficult to remove them during processing of seeds. So the presence of weed in the seed field or nearby area may serve as a host to number of diseases, and therefore good and effective weed control is necessary to obtain good seed yield and to avoid contamination. The next point is disease and insect control. So successful disease and insect control is another important factor in raising healthy seed crop. Apart from reduction in yield, the quality of seed from diseased and insect damaged plant is invariably poor. So poor disease and insect control affects seed quality in following way, that is, there is a number of diseases which are systematic, such as a loose mud of wheat. If these are not checked, the seed produced will get infected with spore of such a diseases and produce diseased plant in next season. The next point is nutrition. In the nutrition of seed crop, nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium and several other elements play an important role for proper development of plant and seed. So it is therefore advisable to know and identify the nutritional requirements of seed crop and apply adequate fertilizer. So adequate fertilization results in maximum yield, good seed quality and better expression of the plant type, which facilitate rogging and thereby helps in the maintaining higher genetic purity as well. Then next point is irrigation. So irrigation can be important at planting for seed crops on dry soils to ensure good uniform germination and adequate crop stand. So excess moisture or prolonged drought adversely affect germination and frequently result in a poor crop stand. The next point is harvesting of seed crop. So it is of great importance to harvest a seed crop at the time that will allow both the maximum yield and the best quality of your seed. So the time of harvest, method of harvesting, and these two are very important. So generally time of harvest will occur after the early field operation has been completed and the seed field approved for a field standard. The last field operation is the harvesting, and therefore it is having a great importance. Okay, while the method of harvesting, so in India you know that generally the harvesting of crop is done with the help of hand. So this should be done at the appropriate time, should give subsequent good quality seed. Okay. So the subsequent quality of seed is dependent upon the handling of harvested crop and the care taken during threshing. Okay. Then the next point is drying of seed. So the seed lots usually are at high moisture content at the time of harvesting and threshing. We required them to dry. In order to preserve seed viability and vigor, it is necessary to dry seeds to save moisture content levels. So the detailed methods of seed drying we are going to learn in our further topics. Okay, so during drying we have to take certain important precautions such as drying of seeds to save moisture limit should be done rather quickly. If the seeds are to be artificially dried, they should be supplied to processing plant soon after harvesting. If preliminary drying is to be done at the farm, the seeds should be evenly spread in thin layers either on pakka floors or on tarpaulins. Then you should have to take care to ensure that mechanical mixture does not take place and the identity of the lot must be maintained. Then the last important last factor or last principle, that is storage of raw seed. So the best method of storing, not sowing here, it's a storing seed for a short period is in the sacks or bags in the ordinary building or godowns. After sun drying, the seeds should be filled in neat and clean bags. If you are using old bags, it should be dipped in malathion solution 0.1%. They are dried and cleaned before they are filled with seeds. Then each and every bag should be marked appropriately. It must bear the name of variety, the plot where the seed was produced, also the name of farmer. The stacks of bags should not be made directly on the floor. Instead, stacks should be made on wooden pallets. So the height of stack should not be more than 3 to 4 meters in case of cereals and 2.5 to 3 meters for other crops. So the godowns, whatever you are using for storage of seeds, should be dry, clean and sprayed with malathion and later fumigated as and when required. Okay, so this is all about your agronomic principles. I hope you are not having any doubt about this. If you have any query, you can ask me. And thank you for listening and watching this video.